Welcome back to the channel. For many years I used to paddle with just club gear and whatever was available. I never used to have my own gear. As I became more interested in the competitive side of dragon boating, I started to get my own gear, and boy, it was probably the best investment I've ever made. So today I'd like to run you through some of the gear that I use when I typically get into the dragon boat, and what it really does help make the dragon boat experience all that more enjoyable to have your own gear. So let's take a look at this stuff. So let's start with the personal flotation device that I use. This is a belt bag type. It goes around here. It's powered by a gas cylinder, CO2 cylinder inside. You yank this, puffs up, you put it on, and away you go. Now, this device isn't for everybody, and the reason why I chose this particular device is I like to bring a lot of upper body movement into my stroke, right? So I want this area to be free and not have anything on my upper body that's going to restrict my body movement. And this is perfect for that. So that's why I've chosen this particular belt bag style of personal flotation device. Now, this isn't for everybody. For example, if you are not particularly confident in a potential capsize situation, you may not go for something like this. You may be more comfortable, more confident with a full-size life vest that straps on to your upper body. And you don't have to have a worry of pulling a ripcord to get it inflated or anything like that. But this is my personal choice, and for those of you out there that also are looking to have a freer upper body movement without any restrictions, I'd recommend you look at something like this. There you go. New Zealand dollars, I picked this up for about 120 bucks New Zealand. Now, for many years, like probably many of you, I used to wax up the shaft of my paddle with this horrible stuff here, wax, right? Now, it gets everywhere, and if you get it on your clothes, it's pretty hard to get out. So I switched over to wearing gloves so I could get that nasty wax stuff off my shaft, and this is what I picked up. Now, these are available at the New Zealand Mitre 10 stores, and they're a brand called Red Ram. Yeah, so you can see on the palm side they've got this really textured rubber compound on the underside of the glove. Now, these are only about $10 each for a pair, and I just love wearing these things. They give me all the grip that I need. They don't come off, they're not loose. They do wear after a while, but they're pretty much throwaway. I get a good 6 months paddling out of these gloves for the outlay of 10 New Zealand dollars. So I find them a very worthwhile investment. They grip the paddle beautifully. They don't lock up. Now, some of the compounds you will find on these types of gloves are quite a rubbery, plasticky compound. I would recommend avoiding those kinds of gloves with that texture on them. Try and get yourself a pair of these. These are Red Ram brand, Red Ram. Now, unless you've got a nice set of pants or shorts that you wear in the boat that prevent you from slipping around on the seat, I prefer to use one of these. I'll show you the end profile. There it is there. You've all seen these. They are IDBF compliant, and of course they just slip over the seat, and they provide a bit of grip so you're not slipping around all over the place. Now, I often use this in combination with something like this here. This is a grip cloth. You most often see them in tool chests, on the bottom of tool chests, but they're a very grippy soft rubber compound, and I will sometimes use this as well as this for my seating. I need to be locked in, not moving around. Some of the Dragon Boat seats are very slippery. They're either painted or they're varnished, which is even worse. And so this will give you back some grip and lock you into place. I paid maybe, what, 10 bucks New Zealand off eBay, and this stuff here is dirt cheap. Now, I like to wear a pair of shoes in the Dragon Boat, and the reason I do that is I press off my feet on the sit-up part of my stroke, right? So my feet need to be planted firmly on the bottom of the Dragon Boat without slipping around. So I've taken to wearing these types of shoes, these types of water boots. Now, they're not all the same. There's a wide range of these out there, but the compound on the bottom is what you're really wanting to look out for. Now, these are a very grippy rubber compound, right? They don't slide around, they give you plenty of grip. Some of the compounds on these shoes are more a plastic, hard plastic rubber. I would personally avoid that type because they do slip. They don't grip very well. So if you're looking to plant those feet nice and firm in the boat, and you're maybe pushing off your feet through your legs the same as I do, then this is the type of compound that to go for. These particular brands are called H&H, and they're sold at the New Zealand warehouse, and I think I paid maybe 15, no more than 20 bucks for a pair of these, and these will last me a long time, and really they're just throw away. Go and buy another pair when you're done. Of course, I like to wear a cap when you're training out in the sun. I like to care for my paddles, so I do have this paddle bag here, this Kealoha type paddle bag. There are many different types of paddle bags you can get out there. This particular one is padded on the inside. I do prefer a paddle bag that opens along the full length. This one doesn't, it only opens at the blade end. It has a small pouch up here that you can put stuff into, your gloves, and a carry handle, and it also has a sling. I get to training on a motorbike more often than not, so I just sling this over the shoulders. The last thing I'd like to show you is on this paddle here. It's on the end. It's a tip protector. Now, the tips of paddles are very fragile, especially carbon fiber. So you want to look after your gear, right? So get yourself one of these rubber tip protectors. I carry it in the boat with me anytime I'm not paddling. I'll just slip this back on, and I can rest it on the bottom of the boat without any worries of it wearing or scratching the bottom of the paddle. Look, I think that's all for now. I just wanted to share with you some of the gear that I would typically put on when I'm going out for a paddle. As I said before, I think it's really useful to get your own gear. It makes the Dragon Boat experience so much more enjoyable. And the gear out there now can be had quite cheaply. You don't have to spend a lot of money. My advice would be to have a look around first, jump on the internet. There's plenty out there in the Dragon Boat world, and have fun shopping. Until next time,